Welcome to Behind the Archive. I'm Jay. Here with me joining the podcast today are two special guests. Introduce yourself.
I'm Ben. I was in the last episode. I was with Wyatt. We're from WB Adventures in the Dark, but today he's not here with us. He's a little busy.
Jordan, would you like to
Um,
introduce yourself?
yeah, I'm Jordan Grupe, the host of Jordan Group Horror on YouTube and J Group on Reddit.
So these guys are here with me today. I invited Jordan specifically to come on the podcast and I guess I want him to put his 2 cents in on some of the bigger horror news going on right now, and he can plug just about whatever he wants on this podcast. There is no limit as to what you can plug.
I appreciate that.
All right. What do you guys want to discuss first? Do you guys have any topics you want to start out with, or?
I mean, I was gonna ask a few gaming questions last time.
Go ahead, go for it.
Do you still play Borderlands?
Absolutely.
Oh hell yeah. The Borderlands 4. Have you played that any
I
yet?
have not touched that yet, sadly.
Okay. One of my buddies was playing it. It looks really good.
Yeah, I heard it wasn't the greatest. Yeah, that's what I keep hearing. Is it's not the greatest. It's just a little bit of story and there's no replayability.
Oh, okay. I played it yet either. Go on.
I was gonna say, have you guys played Chameleon? It's that one that's
Yes.
going
I have
viral
not
everywhere.
played it. I do want to play.
Love
It
that
is-
game.
It's like $5, I think. It is pretty fun. I played it with some like of my girlfriend's Discord friends recently, and yeah, it was pretty fun. I sucked at it, but it was fun.
I what it was. Like, I don't know if you guys know, or Ben, you might know, but I'm like big in the Siege.
Mm.
I
I remember.
Yeah, Rainbow Six Siege is not. I don't know, man. That game needs to just die horribly.
I used to play it when I think when Captain came out, the guy with the
Capital.
his like a shield on his gun.
Oh, Blackbeard. Captain.
Blackbeard, yep. I think I thought of Captain because of Blackbeard and like pirates and like Pirate Captain.
Okay, anyone listening to the
But-
podcast live, just ignore him completely. He does not know what he's talking about.
Yeah, but that's when I was playing when I think that guy first came out, and I've not played since, but I've heard lots of bad about the game.
Yeah, it's kind
In
of
the
bad right
meantime.
now. All right. I'm actually going to pivot us just a little bit into the horror aspect. Oh, we can circle back around to games in a minute. What did you guys watch Evil Dead Burn?
No.
No?
No, I haven't seen it. No.
There's this news article that just came out. I guess he wants to adapt The Mask into a brutal, violent, and dark horror film.
Cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Like the Jim Carrey The Mask?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I'm all for it because Dark Horse Comics, I think they're the ones that make the Mask comics, and
Okay.
he is just like an unstoppable force in his comic series.
Something like that.
Yeah, but he also like goes on killing sprees, and he's basically what
Oh.
Deadpool is in Marvel, but in Dark Horse Comics.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah, it's this big like, is he going to do it or is he not? I mean, I wouldn't mind if he does it. It'd definitely be interesting to see where he would take a horror version of this.
Yeah, I
Yes.
wonder who would play the main character.
What's that guy's name that plays Pennywise?
Oh, he'd be great. Yeah.
He would be, yeah.
What is his name? Bad time with remembering people's names.
Plays Pennywise and
Let me get this open.
Bill Skarsgård.
Yeah, him.
Yeah.
He's fucking perfect for that role.
Yeah.
Is the mask like an entity where it takes someone over, or is it just a guy?
So, from what I remember, this is correct, the mask is Loki's mask from Norse mythology.
Okay.
So, like, God of War, the game, I don't know if you guys are familiar with that series. His son is Loki, and he eventually gets the mask, and there's this whole, like, big storyline behind it. But it's also like a subplot. It doesn't really make much sense until the end of the game, where he ends up breaking it anyways. But in Dark Horse Comics, it's the same thing. It's Loki's mask. It grants basically whatever power, like whatever the person can think of wearing it that's its limit.
Okay, so it's like it's just imagination, basically.
Yeah, which is what gives I don't remember the guy's name. He's the main character of the Mask series. His powers is Toon Force, and any kids, Son of the Mask. I don't really qualify that as a movie. I guess technically that is true though. If a kid is born from the Mask, they have the same set of powers.
That's cool.
Okay.
Like an army.
Dark Horse Comics is great, and yeah, there's a really good show based on a comic series called Resident Alien. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that. It's kind of like horror comedy sort of vibes. Yeah,
Alien.
it's alien
Comedy
who
drama
crashed in-
series. Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I've seen this. I've seen this.
Okay, yeah, it's a really good show. I'm watching it for the second time now. I think that's based on a Dark Horse Comics series as well.
Okay.
Looks like it.
Yeah, I could definitely see it being a comic book series or a graphic novel series, but it's very funny. It's got one of my favorite Alan Tudyk in it. He plays the alien.
Yeah, he's very funny in that.
Yeah, he's
I saw a couple episodes
yeah, really good show. Highly recommend.
later tonight. What was this? I'm looking at this list of noteworthy things that happened recently. Ever heard of Bigfoot Goes to Hell? I guess it's this whole series. It's supposed to be it's supposed to be horror, but I guess it's not.
I think I've heard of it, but I don't know if I've actually looked into it.
So I guess there was a Bigfoot goes to space and then Bigfoot goes to hell. And Bigfoot goes to space, he's just riding spaceships, I guess. It's a bunch of stock. It's a bunch of stock video. It's terrible. It's such a terrible, but it's funny.
It looks hilarious. There's one that says Bigfoot versus Megalodon here.
I didn't even know that was a thing. Oh my god, it sounds like all those crappy sci-fi movies they used to play in the early 2000s.
Kong versus Megacock. Oh god, I'm going down the rabbit hole here.
Yeah, it's bad.
Oh wow, this is like a B horror movie kind of.
Yeah, there was like if you've seen anything on the Sci-Fi Channel, I don't know if you guys have that there, but
Yeah.
it's got like all the crappy horror movies. They got like Sharknado. That's where Sharknado was born,
yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
I think my favorite one though, it was like I'm trying to remember this movie off the top of my head. I can only remember this one part. It's like this shark that gets experimented on, and let's see if I can find it. But like in short, it goes around killing people, and they get it into this like vacuum chamber, and it starts growing like arms and legs, and it goes inside the vacuum chamber, and they change the pressure, and it's like the goofiest looking thing in the world. It's just a guy in a shark suit but standing up straight, and I was like, there's no way they made this movie.
It kind of makes me think of a Sharktopus, which I think is a
That movie was
series.
those movies were not that bad. I can be honest about that. Not that bad.
Worst horror movie I ever saw. I remember my buddy made me watch it. We were just looking for like, I think we went on IMDb worst movies of all time,
Oh no.
and we just looked for the funniest sounding title, and we watched The Ginger Dead Man 2: Passion of the Crust, and it was just atrocious.
All right,
Like
listen.
there's B movies, and this was like an F.
Do you guys want to
Damn.
hear a flippin' good one? Look up Velocipaster.
I've heard of that.
I don't know how many times I gotta hear about this damn movie that apparently came out some odd years ago. And I guess they're
Oh,
making
wow.
a part 2 Velocipaster.
And on Rotten Tomatoes, it's not terrible.
Could be worse.
That rating was that high.
That could definitely be worse.
No, I hear it's bad.
The poster looks kind of badass. It's like a velociraptor and a pastor with his arms, this thing, and there's a bunch of ninjas. The Velocipaster, a man of the claw.
Is he real? Oh my god, there's no way. Speaking of terrible dinosaur movies, what came out recently? It was that Vietnam dinosaur movie.
I don't know.
Jurassic Wars or something like that? What was it called?
Was that Dark Souls game that's coming out where you're a dinosaur with a sword?
Oh,
and-
Dino Blade.
Dino
That-
Blade.
Dude, that game looks so cool.
Blade?
Looks so silly.
Let me look it up. I haven't checked in on that game in a while.
Where the hell's it at?
Oh, it's a Spinosaurus with like the Buster Sword. Sick.
Are they
Yeah.
actually making that game, or is it just like
Oh, yeah.
concept?
They're making it.
It's coming.
I cannot wait for that.
It's like the snakes on a plane of video games.
It's like-
Like it's,
Bro, to use Google on the computer. Hulu.
that's some pretty sweet
I
character.
was looking through them, and that was like the coolest one.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Have you guys played Dead Space?
Oh, it's back to this conversation. Dead Space?
Okay. Yeah, I started playing it for the first time, and I knew it was like a horror game, but there's just this one hallway. There's like an item at the end of it, and there's like a doorway with a bunch of items blocking it. I was like, okay, I know it's a scary game. I haven't been scared yet, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna get the item. Something's gonna get me. Something's gonna scare me. I was preparing myself, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna be fine. And then I kicked the little box open, and something runs by the door. And I'm like, oh my god! I'm like freaking out. I was like, I knew it was gonna happen, but it still got me. It got me really bad.
Yeah.
It's fun though.
If you're looking for a game that's probably gonna scare you a little bit, I suggest playing the Metro games.
Metro. Let me look it up.
Like Metro, what was it, Last Light and Redux? They're old games. They're based off of the Metro 2033 series.
Okay.
They released Exodus a couple years ago, probably like 3 or 4 years ago now. Fucking amazing games.
My wish list.
Alright. Trying to look at... I got a news article here. I'm gonna read this to you guys. Let me know how you guys feel about this. What happened to my phone? Hello? Oh, there it is.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The super extra premium deluxe edition. He spent like $250 on it just to get like an extra skin, like a soundtrack. I was like, hell no. But I'm about it. That he loves the series, so I was like, man, you do you, man.
My buddy back in the day, I remember when the new Doom came out, like Doom 2016. There was a Trent Reznor sound pack, like the 9 Inch Nails guy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And, it was wild. It was like even scarier than the original. That was a scary game when that came out.
I'm trying to think. I have like PT on my PlayStation. That was a scary ass game, or demo of a game, I guess. Oh man, dude, listen, if you watch just read up on it. It was supposed to be a Silent Hill remake or something along those lines.
Okay.
And they get up off the floor. They released all this trying to think. They released all this propaganda, as I don't call it, because they basically took everything down within the span of a year.
Oh man.
But like, it's supposed to be this big launch, this big this game is supposed to be massive.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what happened, but they got shut down.
Like a MMO game?
No, it was there was a corporate fallout between Konami and Hideo Kojima.
Okay.
Because I think he owns the rights to all the Silent Hill stuff. It looks like, yeah, he canceled the Silent Hill remake because of that. Because they had,
okay.
I'm guessing they had wanted to take over the games and make them more. What does that say? Norman Reedus, really?
Oh, from Walking Dead?
Yeah.
Huh. He's the Death Stranding.
Yeah, it says here that it was a high-profile collaboration between Kojima, Guillermo del Toro, and actor Norman Reedus.
Kojima does the Death Stranding games too, I think.
Yeah, which again was kind of sad that they. Oh, it's back in production. It looks like
the new Wolverine game looks pretty sick. I think that's coming out this September.
A little bit about that.
It looks bloody as.
I saw somebody trashing it. What the hell is it called? I guess he is able to regrow his suit along with his healing factor, and people were just ripping it apart, and I was like,
That's so funny.
Bro.
It's a video game. Come on.
Yeah.
like, who cares?
Come on.
We had the Deadpool video game before that got canceled, or like you're no longer able to buy it, and they're doing pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
I
else?
don't know. The game looks.
I'm absolutely buying it and playing the shit out of it. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah.
I don't want that there. No, close. I just opened a
see
bunch
the-
of fucking files.
Power World 1.0 released.
Power World game in a while.
I never played that one.
I was like promptly against it when it first came out because I just didn't want to play it. But me and my buddy have been playing recently, and man, it's good. It's just Ark, but like Pokemon guys, and it's just a base building monster masher game. It's sick.
All the Frozen Throne, Warcraft, all that stuff back in the day.
Like Warcraft. Like is that like a city builder?
I guess it's more considered like a real-time strategy game.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've played Warhammer 3, I think. I'm looking
Or like StarCraft.
I plan on starting up a gaming portion of this. Maybe not this channel, but like eventually making a gaming specifically just designed for horror, which
That'd
I'm
be
gonna
sick.
regret. I don't do well with, like, I played Alien Isolation, was it last
God.
year? And I played on the hardest difficulty, just rolling through that. There's clips on my TikTok, which I am not going to plug because I didn't have a good time.
Fair enough.
Dude,
I can't handle them either.
I deleted my TikTok. Well, I still have the account, but I deleted it off my phone.
TikTok is
Like I
a
have it.
tremendous time suck if you like trying to kill time.
Yeah, I got Instagram. That's bad enough already.
Yeah.
I mean, Instagram, like, if you want to see anything popular now, wait a week on Instagram and you'll find it. What is that?
Yeah.
More backrooms drama. What? How much do they offer this man? I'm reading this. What in the world? They offer this man 68 million to be exclusive to them.
Damn.
Jesus. The Skibbity toilet legal controversy highlighted as tensions. What does that even have to do with this? The tensions that can emerge when corporate studios become involved with viral social media hits. Animations. Backrooms is a piece of internet folklore that many helped develop. Some creators feel that A24 is now trying to erase the history, bringing us back to them, Well, no, this is bringing them back to them trying to copyright all the backroom stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm looking at something from yesterday saying the director stepped in and basically the studio affirms that online creators have every right to tell their own version of the story. So basically saying that it is open.
It's an open
concept.
IP.
It's an open IP that anybody should. It's like SCP stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody can write an SCP story. You don't need permission from the SCP archives to write an SCP story. You know.
I've been like, so I've got this weird thing that I've been writing. It's called the supply building. It's so like there's a liminal space story for just about everything, and I was like, I'll throw my hat into the ring just a little bit. So I've been working on
Those are
this.
fun. I like those stories.
Say that again.
Sorry, go. I was just saying I like those types of stories, liminal space stories.
As well.
Yeah.
So if you were to go over to my Reddit, the supply building is probably my second most popular series right now.
Oh, is that a liminal space story?
Yeah. So it's to give you an idea what it's about. It's like every building, every warehouse building has a supply room. So like Walmart has big supply rooms, Home Depot, like all these places. And I was in a Walmart when I was writing this, just on my phone, kind of quick typing to myself. I was like, man, I wonder what the supply room in here is like. So I walked back there, and it's just this like endless corridor full of shelves and pallets and stuff like that. And I go, yeah, I think I could just start about this. And I was running it by my illustrator Marcus, which he was not having it. Golf, sorry about that. He wasn't having it because he's like, oh, liminal space has been overdone. Which I agree. If you look up anything in the back rooms, there's like thousands of posts from now and between 2019 and now. There's probably a couple million stories of the back rooms.
So good though.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good ones, and then there's a lot of crappy ones. Mr. Zombie Jesus, which apparently entered the back rooms yesterday. If I'm reading this post right. I don't know what that's about. I hate that guy. I'm making sure not to cut this out. I really cannot stand the person that wrote the Zombie Jesus story.
Damn.
Anyways.
Is it that bad?
Dude, I don't want to get into it. I'll get into it another time.
Okay.
So the supply building is a liminal space that my secret government organization, ABI, has been trying to get into. And it's a liminal space that it's like every version of anything in the Beneath the Wound universe. So like a Home Depot and Walmart, like all of this stuff is connected. I'll
It's just
upload.
like one giant building?
Yeah, let me send you the title, the cover, which I'll throw this up into the podcast video format after this.
I have to read the series. So I've written a few of those types of stories. That like they are done quite a bit, but I still love them, especially if they're done well.
Here, this is the cover that Marcus came up with while he's in England.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
It's just like that. It's that, but there's different sections. You can tell which is a Home Depot. It's heavily inspired by the Infinite IKEA, and
I was just gonna say that, yeah.
And a mix of the back rooms as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say, have you guys read the Infinite IKEA?
Dude, great story. Great story.
I haven't read it, but I've seen a lot of like stories and videos about it.
Dude, even the game that came out probably like it was probably 8 years ago now. That game is like perfect. If you want to just kill time and try to survive, perfect game.
I didn't know there was a game for it.
Yeah, it's an SCP game.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a thing.
There's a really good book too called Horror Store by Grady Hendrix.
Good story.
It's like horror store.
No, I'm saying good story.
Oh yeah. Great story. It's like when you buy the book, it looks like an IKEA catalog, and inside, like if you just Google it real quick, you'll see.
What's it called?
Search horror store, all one word but no e at the end, and you'll
Okay.
see there's pictures of it.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Such a good book. It's such an easy read. Like you just jump in, like the characters, it gets immediately interesting,
Oh my,
and
look
like
at this art.
it just feels like you already know the characters. And Grady Hendrix, if you like Grady, like if you know Grady Hendrix, he's a fantastic writer.
I gotta read
Uh,
this again. I read it a while ago. I gotta read it again.
Such a good book. I was just finished reading his what is it called? The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires, which was also very good. It's like a ladies' book club gets infiltrated by a vampire, basically. Like, yeah, it's so fun.
I've
Yeah,
got
this is IKEA. It's kind of got infinite IKEA vibes too, like very very strong.
yeah. I've got from the community page. One second, let me read this. Now I don't know if so. Jordan is a author as well as a narrator. He just released his book Hollow's End. I recommend reading. Gonna shamelessly plug this in there for you.
Thank you.
But it's a really good read. Like just reading some of his work through like Reddit gives you an idea about what I'm talking about. Absolutely love it.
Thanks, appreciate that. So Hollow's End, it's a series I initially started posting on Reddit No Sleep, and it wasn't really supposed to become what it is today, but um, basically it's like this town populated by monsters living side by side with humans, and
Okay.
when you come to the town, it kind of gets its hooks in you, and you're not allowed to leave again. And then the longer you stay, the more you start to change, and it's almost like radiation. It like
That's cool. It's like
starts to
mutates
mutate
you.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you either turn into a monster or you gain some sort of supernatural ability,
But you can't leave.
but you're not allowed to leave. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So my favorite character, who I kind of focus on mostly, is the sheriff. There's like a Sheriff Parsons and Deputy Randy, and it's like kind of this hapless, clueless sheriff's deputy and the sheriff who are supposed to be solving problems, but they usually just make more problems than there's, it's like very, very, when they're involved, it's very horror comedy forward.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's also like a bunch of other characters. There's like, I take the perspective of different characters in the town. So there's also the monster delivery man, Jay, who delivers, groceries or delivers pizza or whatever to monsters. So yeah, there's a bunch of different characters, and each book or each season has, like, I posted on my YouTube channel, and now the first book or the first season came out in book form. So each season has like an arc to it. So I'm on season, I guess it would be season 4 now technically,
Jesus.
and it's like the circus has come to town. It's like this very nice circus. Yeah, so I'm having a blast writing that season. Like I'm just now kind of figuring out exactly how it's gonna come to a conclusion and how it's all wrapping up. So yeah, it's very fun.
It was a very
That's
badass
cool.
series, I must say.
That
So
sounds fun.
I love it. I love writing it.
I'm at a current spot in, I refer to it as Kane's story because that's exactly what it is. There's a character named Kane in my main series.
Yeah.
I'm at a spot now where like I know where I want to go because I wrote a Patreon exclusive series that takes place after. It's very confusing, but like there's a time jump for the last I guess you would say chapter.
Kind of to that next story.
So yes, and all right. The events leading up to chapter 10 of Jay and Marcus, which is just basically a series about me and Marcus. The final chapter takes place, I think, like a year later of the events that are that Kane is going through now. And I'm at a point where I can't I know exactly where I want it to go because I already wrote the ending basically, but I have to tell the rest of his story without diluting it too much or even making it a cheap ending for the character. So I'm just like, I don't know where to go from here. So I've been taking breaks.
So you're like you're stuck right now.
Yeah, I mean, I have what is it? Chapter 10 just came out the other day. I'm at chapter 11 right now. I'm kind of just stuck, which I know Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think you have a great like head start in that you know where it's gonna end, and that's like when I can't figure out how a story is gonna go the rest of it. That's where jump to is like, where's it going to end? Like, where do I want this character to end up? And so I think now it's just, you just got to fill in the blanks, right? It can be the easier part. If you, at least if you know where they end up, then you can kind of like put the puzzle together. You know?
Yeah, you can read the correct path.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah.
I've set the foundation for what happens. I like led into everything, how he gets all his stuff there for this final battle that's going to happen, and I've got characters that need to be introduced and killed off. This isn't really a spoiler. I kill just about everybody that people like somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, in my second book, I killed off a character that people just absolutely fell in love with, and Marcus is typing in the community chat right now. He's telling me don't say it. I gave this character like the biggest false sense of hope ever, and then just immediately had him fucking killed.
Just crushed it.
Yeah, just immediately. And I made sure it wasn't like, oh yeah, he's stabbed in the heart, and you know they don't see his. They watched this thing play out, and it's just when I send you guys copies of book 2, you'll understand why I was saying that. Like, that's not really much of a spoiler, but he is killed in probably the second most brutal way I've killed a character.
You're going to pull a Glenn from The Walking Dead, essentially.
Pretty much is exactly what it was. And I can read you the messages right now. There's this lady that she, how would I say this? I think she's like a mega fan, even more so than my community manager and my senior admin. She's just like this mega fan, and I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. She messaged me saying, "How could you kill that character off like that? You're a bad person. Don't ever post another story."
Damn.
Yeah, it was bad. It went on for like 20 minutes. It's just reading some of the chat logs between me and her before she blocked me, and she blocked me because of that.
Oh no.
Damn.
Yeah, it was so bad.
Dude.
It was so bad. And I felt like shit afterwards.
I feel like as a writer, you got to be able, like, that's rule number 1 is you got to be able to kill your darlings, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, watching so many good shows like Game of Thrones, you know, Walking Dead. I mean, Walking Dead's probably not a good example because I think they did drive a lot of people away when they killed Glenn. But like Game of Thrones, for sure, like they were not afraid to just kill off characters at any time. Yeah.
The thing about The Walking Dead, though, is not like if you think the main character is the main character, it's almost always like a rug pull.
Yeah. Ned Stark, season 1.
Yeah. Which,
yeah,
man, that pissed me off so much. I don't even want to get into it. I got into this whole rant a couple years ago with one of my friends, and he was like, Ned Stark was a terrible person, and he did this, and I was like, oh my god, I hate him so much. I cannot stand my friend sometimes.
It's dark. So I don't know names very well.
The first season of Game of Thrones, he's the Lord of Winterfell.
Okay,
like
so
the northern.
I haven't watched Game of Thrones, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh,
I love Game of Thrones. I read all the books and watched all the. But yeah, you wouldn't know. But yeah, I mean, it is kind of in the zeitgeist. Like you probably seen Game of Thrones everywhere, even if you haven't watched it, right?
yeah, that's all. They got a new game out right now or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all over. Like, I cannot stand, and I think I'm gonna agree with people that like money must be tight for the actor that played Jon Snow because he's in this ad and it's not AI at all, but he's like over the top acting for this ad. It's a little weird, especially since he came out of nowhere. So if money is tight, I respect the hustle, but
Boy's gotta make his bread.
yeah, I just got a message in from a community member, and I got a message to read that I was supposed to read last time and forgot to. Let me see here. It says there were several. I'm gonna read the message that I got July 16th. Several times I wished it was live so I could have commented on what was being said. It is live to community members. It's gonna be like an hour, 40-ish minutes more than likely. This whole session is being live streamed to community first members. You just sign up through the website. There is a Discord link as well inside that member page. So if you want to join there, you can. You don't have to. I will be streaming this to YouTube eventually as well. So that is something that will be happening. All right, this other one is from the same person. Give me 1 second. Cut that little snippet out there. As one of the females that follow your writing, I'm very happy that you make a comfortable space, meaning no smut or anything that would make us more hesitant to talk to you directly. Yeah, I
But
don't.
to why that?
I don't do smut. I don't do I try to make so like there are a lot of my stories that have female protagonists. I'm not for the whole weak and defenseless female because it's not always true. I do have stories that do have, females that can't defend themselves. And it's not that they're weak, it's more along the lines of like what are they supposed to do in the situation.
Yeah.
Jordan did my mansion story. That was a female.
Yeah.
So like oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I don't personally write a lot of stories from female protagonist perspective. I've written a few, but not a ton, and I don't know why. I just I don't know. I just haven't. But yeah, I think there's so many good ones like on No Sleep and all over the place. Yeah, there's a lot of really good female protagonist stories out there.
And I'm all for I'm not, how would I say this? I'm all for the equal protagonist thing. Like, there are going to be, like, my main character right now, this is a spoiler. He is getting his ass beat by a female character. It is simple as that. And he's probably the third strongest person in his universe. So, like, for him to be getting his ass whipped like this, she's got to be pretty strong. And I know people didn't initially like her first coming into the series, but we're at a point now where I kind of need her to be their forefront. Yeah, if you guys want to reach out or even just talk, I don't care. That being said, be respectful. I am in a relationship. I do not want any sort of that weird stuff. I don't respond that way. I don't write any smut, so don't ask for it. What else? This says
I'm not a writer, but I would see it being hard to write a female protagonist because I'm not a female. So like I could see that being an issue, I guess, writing a female character.
So when it comes to stuff like that, I like to read other people's stories and get people's perspectives. Like my community manager, I talk about her fairly regularly. Penelope is or was a CSI at one point, and she's got some stuff going on that she's not able to do some of the stuff she was able to do. I'm trying to be vague here, so I'm not giving out too much information. But she's no longer able to do the stuff she likes.
Yeah.
So I asked for her opinion on some things, and now she's my second. I guess I would say she's probably my second protagonist in those series.
That's cool.
Just to give her that sense of importance again, or importance might not even be the right word. Trying to think. I'm trying to give her a sense of belonging in terms of being in the community. She ended up being the first ever community manager for the subreddit and will be on the website soon. So I try to be all-inclusive, and I don't want to make anyone feel unwelcomed. So, again, none of the smut stuff, I do not care for it.
Yeah, I always feel the same way. Like, I always try to want to make everybody feel comfortable. Politics and everything has its place, but, on a creepypasta narration channel, I'm gonna try to steer clear of it.
Yeah, I guess there's not the place for that.
Yeah, and same with smut, and just there's a wide range of stuff that it's there's no need to delve into that stuff here.
Yeah. I also try to avoid cannibalism because I don't feel like cannibalism's right for most subs.
Well, I guess it depends on the story, right?
No. Unless it's like a Wendigo or Skinwalker, I mean, I'm not doing it.
I've written a couple of those stories, but yeah, I totally get it. There's an ick factor there for sure. And it's not something that I would want to be living in every day. Like, it feels like sometimes it's right for the story, and for me anyways, I can see where it's got its place. But yeah, there's definitely an ick factor to it for sure.
I'm gonna read a couple more questions. This is also from who is this? This is I'm not answering that. Don't even ask that question in live chat. What's wrong with you?
Now I want to
Marcus
know.
ban him. Marcus ban him, please.
Text me. You gotta text me what he said.
I don't think I can say that aloud, kind of deal. Even I don't feel comfortable texting that. I'll tell our editor to cut this part out so that no one understands what I'm talking about. I'll tell you guys after I finish recording this.
Okay.
I'm going to read this next question. This comes from Brooke. Where does your greatest inspiration for your world lore come from, especially the creatures you have designed? Is there any real life events that have inspired your ideas for those? Trying to think. So I was a park ranger at one point in the Adirondacks,
Cool.
which was not a great time, especially being from, a small town. Correction, not small town, small state. Moving from an inner city to the middle of nowhere, New York.
Dude, that's
Dude, my first week, I think I was up. It was like 23 hours a day. I would sleep for like an hour and just couldn't go back to sleep because it was so quiet out in the farmland that I was in. Ended up being this. It put things into perspective. I listened to, believe it or not, Jordan when I was first moving out here, and some of the videos you had at the time, I couldn't. You took down most of your catalog, right?
No, I kept up the majority, like almost all my catalog except for compilations. I took down basically all my compilations unless they were like a single story. Like, if it was all like I'm gonna do the Skin Man as a compilation. That's gonna go up on Monday just because it's all one series, right?
Yeah, I
keep up. But yeah, that's the only thing I really deleted was compilations and like a few other videos.
was that due to the AI thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, the AI moderation. I got demonetized for like a month and a half,
Oof.
almost 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a bad one.
Yeah, and that's my sole like that was my main income source too, was YouTube. So it was rough.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Brooke, this is directly towards you, which I know you'll watch this after it goes up on YouTube. So probably Monday, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, my main inspiration was my time inside the New York State Forest Rescue. There was a ranger named Grant there who had a sick bastard. He kept telling me stories about like Wendigos and skinwalkers in the forest, and I was like, that's got to be bullshit. There's no way that that's real. I hear horror stories about all this stuff all the time, and within a week of him telling me, again, I'm not saying that these things are real, but I do think that there has got to be some truth in a lot of these myths. I was on a patrol, and I actually have not talked about this with anybody. You guys will be the first people that actually hear this, and then obviously the channel members as well. There was a person that had died off of one of the main trails, and I'm not going to go into many specifics. I mean, we can talk about this after recording. This person had their throat cut, and there was like a hole in the side of their stomach, and they were missing their heart, of all things. Now, again, there's got to be some truth to some of the stuff that gets spilled out through Native American folklore. I guess one of the signs that there might have been a quote-unquote skinwalker or somebody that practices black magic is they take out specific organs, and this person's heart was missing. But that was the Skin Man, which they found. I ended up naming this guy the Skin Man, so he's the inspiration for the character. But they found a human. I'm trying to think of the words, and it's like really hard for me to talk about this because it like was an actual impact on my life. They found a human skin, not perfect. God. Yeah, it was bad, but it wasn't like the way I describe it in the Skin Man series. It's not like he takes the entire skin off the body. It was just like the upper half of a person's body, and they kept it under wraps for 6 months or something like that, and they found the guy that did it.
Damn.
Yeah, it was just a bad like.
Go in the woods.
Yeah, and I guess he had like a cabin and everything. It's just a bunch of crazy stuff that had happened. Somebody, I forgot who it was. Somebody wrote a story about that guy's like cabin a couple years ago and ended up being really popular on No Sleep. He had human pelts from like 83 or something like that is what they were carbon dated back to.
Knew him for a while.
Yeah, he's an old guy. And they figured that it was him doing the killing and stuff like that with that person's heart being missing.
Fair enough.
So it's just like, that's where some of the inspiration comes from. And I'm not super comfortable talking about some of the stuff that happened as I was a park ranger, but
yeah,
that is part of the inspiration.
Wow, I mean your park ranger details in a lot of your stories are really, really good. Like I can see now that makes sense that you worked as a actual park ranger because you got a lot of really good details in your stories. That's crazy though that actually like of all the stories you would think would be inspired by real life. I wouldn't have thought that one. Like that's wild.
Yeah, it took a lot to write it. The first couple projects of the Skin Man series. There's like
Yeah.
there's 23 actual parts, and only some of them have actually been posted. Like I think you the one you did recently, that one was through a Google Doc, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. The final one. Yeah.
Yeah. So like that one wasn't originally going to be posted because it's heavily inspired by like some of the stuff we saw inside his cabin.
Oh, you went in there.
Yeah, it was
Damn.
bad,
Holy
dude.
shit.
There's
Holy
like
shit.
human skulls everywhere, and I don't even know if they like. I think they might have tried to keep this quiet. Let me see if I can find it.
So he's just like a hunter, just for people though.
Yeah, yeah, dude, it was bad. Like I wish I was joking.
Do you think that inspired your interest in writing horror?
That was part of the reason.
Part of it. Yeah.
I think me, Ben, and Wyatt had talked about this previously, but I was in a weird spot when I turned 18, and the best way to describe it is my mom was not being the best mom, and she ended up getting us kicked out of the house that we were living in. She lived with my aunt for a little bit, and I was reading the webtoon series Sweet Home. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but that's where I was. I was reading all these horror stories and listening to Mr. Creeps, and you, Jordan. I was listening to you as well. I ended up kind of like, hey, maybe I can write something that they'll read eventually. And I mean, it took a couple years, but ended up working out.
Fair enough.
Like you guys are.
I appreciate that you were a listener. I mean, that's really cool to know. I mean, it always weirds me out. It like not weirds me out. That's the wrong phrasing, but like it always blows me away when I hear that somebody likes my stuff. Even still to this day, it's just weird. It like surprises me for some reason.
18. No, this isn't the guy. I think this guy was like a copycat of Robert Garrow Sr., or it might have been his son. I don't remember exactly what this guy's name was. But he skinned pretty much all of his victims. Like the underneath of his cabin, his basement, I guess. It had like 40. They weren't complete, so we couldn't tell exactly how many people he killed. But like the skin hanging on the racks, there was at least 40 of them.
For some reason, I feel like they'd want to put it up as wallpaper, but that might just be me.
Jesus.
Because when I think about like what they just leave it hanging there,
Hand and everything. So it was like he knew what he was doing.
They made hide.
Yeah, yeah.
Picturing like Leatherface now from Texas Chainsaw
That's
Massacre.
see, my park ranger boss, Mr. Garrett, said the same thing, and I was like, I don't feel comfortable with this.
Like just that's where your mind goes. I don't know where my mind goes.
Yeah, no, he was. That man told me some crazy stories while I was there. I was only there for a couple of. I was there for like a year or something like that.
Be enough to get you to quit, probably.
I was on the verge of quitting when we found the first person that was dead. Again, we don't know if he was the person that took the heart because it was really precise. Like you had to you had to know what you were doing. So like it could have been him, but we were never really sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is that is the answer to that question, Brooke. I know you'll hear this later on. But I was a park ranger, and this is like the major thing that pushed me towards writing when I first moved out to New York.
Yeah, it's interesting. One of my jobs was, I've talked about this, was like being a security guard in like this supposedly haunted 150-year-old mental hospital.
Oh,
and that was one of the first series I ever wrote and posted on No Sleep, and became my first novel. Was inspired by that. And like a lot of the ghost stories that happened there, and like what that happened there.
I might have seen that one.
Yeah, it was on Mr. Creepypasta. Did the first 4 parts of it way back. And yeah, I did the whole thing on my channel eventually. But yeah, that was my first job. Or that was my job, I would say, that most inspired my horror writing. And like, I found bodies at that job. I walked past. I was doing patrol one day and walked past the doorway leading down into a unit, and there's a guy just surrounded by a puddle of his own blood, just laying in the hallway.
He killed himself, or like someone killed him?
They didn't really know. Like they thought maybe he slipped, or but yeah, his head hit the ground. There was I just remember there's being the biggest puddle of blood I've ever seen in my life, and he ended up dying. That stuff. There was other things that happened there too. Like another guy was on patrol, and he was covering for me actually. Like it would have been my patrol. And he was just walking around. And this guy was like curb stomping another patient. Yeah, and like killed the guy. That security guard left I think that was his final shift. He just never came back after that.
Fair enough.
But, yeah, you're doing a job like that, or like you were saying, park ranger, and you see something like that, it's like suddenly minimum wage
It doesn't seem all
feel
that great.
doesn't feel worth it anymore. Yeah, or like walking around 2 a.m. in this haunted basements, or there's multiple patients escape that are currently on the loose.
Oh, no.
And you
That's-
just walk
Oh,
around
actually, that
by
reminds me.
yourself.
So when I was still living, I can give my home state out. I don't really care. So I was still living in Rhode Island, which is the smallest state in the United States. Or maybe Hawaii's smaller now. I don't remember if Hawaii's a state now. I don't remember. I don't really pay attention to geology and stuff like that. I'm more of a science guy. But anyways, it was me and like 5 other people. We're all out at this. It's the most known park on the East Coast besides Central Park, I think. It's called Roger Williams Park and Zoo. We're at this big like monument. And we're basically playing hide and seek. This is when I turned like 17 or even 16, something along those lines. But I'm up in a tree and I'm kind of just like sitting there waiting for my friends to come grab me, basically. But I hear somebody underneath me, so I look down. It's this guy in like this straitjacket. I'm like, oh, surely maybe these guys are trying to play a prank on me. I'm not too sure. So I stay up in the tree, I'm like very unsure of the situation. I stay in the tree, and he walks off, and I thought I saw something in his hand, couldn't really tell. So I end up getting down from the tree after he disappears. And it's in the middle of the night as well. And I want to say I find everybody and like we need to get out of here. There's somebody, unless you guys are playing a prank, we probably should get out of here because this person's running around in like a straitjacket. We get into the car. I'm in the passenger seat, and on our way down the road, we see the guy that I was talking about with a knife in his hand and blood all over his straitjacket. And I was like, what in the world is that? Who the hell is this guy? We look online, and I guess I don't know how close this dude like traveled at least 20 miles on foot.
Damn.
But like I guess he escaped an insane asylum in Rhode Island, which I didn't know we still had, and he had just like made his way towards the park. So we call the cops, and we don't hear anything for like a month. Or I didn't hear anything for like a month. I couldn't speak for my friends' experience on this. I guess he had killed somebody in the park right after we saw him. But we still had no idea where the blood came from initially. So it's this like, did he kill somebody before this other person and no one found him? Or that's like, yeah, it was so terrible to just hear about him killing somebody after we just saw this guy.
It's a good thing you were up in that tree.
Yeah.
Dude, listen, I think about that every night. Just like, man, he really could have killed me. Before he had walked up, I was pretty much ready to get out of the tree.
Wow.
Yeah, I have a bunch of like weird stories like that, which, I mean, maybe in another future podcast I'll explore my little childhood.
Fair enough. I mean, the craziest thing that happened to me at work was we were feeding a bunch of seagulls, and my coworker tossed a bottle cap over it, and we're all like, oh shit, we just killed him. He's fine. Yeah,
Brooke, I accidentally answered all 3 of your questions in one go. She had asked me word for word, because she was the one that asked where does your greatest inspiration come from for some of the stuff in my, universe? What inspired those ideas? So I answered that with the park ranger thing. And then I didn't read the second question because I was just trying to like do them in order. It's like, what's the craziest story you have from you've heard from the park ranger, like your time there? That was I experienced it. I wasn't told that. I was experiencing that. And have you ever had a personal experience that's made the hair on the back of your neck stand up? Yes, that same experience. Do you guys have anything you want to talk about as we are now at the, I would say, closing 40 minutes?
Okay. You guys ever experienced anything paranormal? Because like me and Wyatt, we grew up in the country, and we have our fair experiences of say air quotation mark paranormal stuff. But you guys have any experiences like that?
Personally, have heard so many stories from working in the hospital and working in a mental hospital that like various ghost stories from people. But I personally have never experienced anything. I don't know if it's a thing where certain people are more sensitive to it.
I believe it's
from
like
what
that.
I've heard, I think that might be true. I just personally, I haven't experienced anything myself.
Okay.
I've got an experience. Again, I don't take this at face value. This is entirely. I'm unsure how this even like worked. but I live in a trailer that like the bathroom is right next to the main bedroom,
Yeah.
and it's not like super big. It's comfortable living is the best way to describe it. So the bathroom's right next to the bedroom door, and I close the bathroom door at night, and I close the bedroom door. And this one night in particular, I left the door cracked, my bedroom door, and I go to sleep. I wake up at about 3 o'clock, and I wake up about 3 o'clock every night, for like the last year. Again, a toilet seat. It needs some. If you're gonna slam it, it needs some force behind it. I woke up to what sounded like somebody just slamming this toilet seat up and down for like 20 minutes, and I was afraid to get up out of bed because I was just like, "What's all that noise?" So I get up and I'm like sitting up in bed, and I hear it again, and I go, "I think I'm probably gonna go back to bed," just on the off chance there's somebody inside the house and they're waiting for me to go like walk into the bathroom. About 10 minutes goes by. I get up to go use the bathroom. I mean, like, if I'm gonna die, I might as well, like, confront the person. So I open the bathroom door. Again, I can see into the hallway where the bathroom is. You have to walk past me to get out into the hallway. Dude, I walk into the bathroom, toilet seat's up. I usually put it down because if my girlfriend comes over, I want to, like, make sure that the toilet seat's down. It's just a simple rule of thumb. Put the toilet seat down, you have a woman in your life.
Fair enough.
So I'm looking in there, I don't see anybody, and the window's closed. So I'm like, okay, use the bathroom, close the door, lay back down. The moment I lay back down, toilet seat started getting slammed again, and I go, yeah, no, I'm done with this. I'm over it. I was just in there.
It's freaky.
That is really freaky.
Me, my brother, and Wyatt, we have quite a few, I guess, between us, but the ones I remember the most was when I lived in Woodville. We used to have a piano in our bedroom, and we lived in the basement of this big old house on a barn. If you know where Woodville is, we moved it upstairs because I guess they didn't want us playing on it. But we'd hear it in the middle of the night upstairs. No one was up there. It would just play sometimes, and like my mom would see people walking in and out of my brother's room at night who weren't us. There's one time I saw I'm pretty sure I was just half asleep. I saw like the those lights, the light covers where they kind of look like a boob. They're kind of like
Yeah,
but that normally is. I saw like a spider made of human limbs. It was a real big one. I was like, oh, okay. And I started freaking the fuck out. And I was like 9 or 10, so I got up and I bolted into my mom's room. I was like, and she's like, you're fine. Go back to bed. I would not go back in there. It's just a lot of like little things like that. Like my brother, he lived with Wyatt for about a summer. He would see hands on the windows, would like bang on the windows, and he would. After a while, he started yelling at them, and they stopped. You to ask Wyatt, he has so many stories. His stepdad, he's got to be like a spiritual pylon or something. Like I've seen some of the pictures of there's like cameras that point outside. Like there's one that's like coming out of a bush. It's like the most floaty, misty looking thing I've ever seen in my life. Like my brother talks about like there's one that's like has a bunch of arms and legs in the woods. It was eating like a dead cow or something. There's just so many stories. Like
Jesus.
Wyatt's the guy. Wyatt's the guy you want to ask about this stuff. I have nothing compared to Wyatt.
I will have him on the post show either tomorrow or even tomorrow Monday, because I'm doing an interview with another author, Jordan. I'm gonna recommend this author to you as well. I mean, his work, I think you'll enjoy it, especially with you being, the creator of Hollow End. His name is Caden Gardner.
Okay.
I recommend.
Does he post anywhere?
Reddit, if I'm not mistaken. I think if you want to actually full transcript of his work, I think you have to reach out. But I recommend reaching out to him. He's a really cool dude. He was the other reason I got into writing a little more over the last year, because I was writing, the smaller, shorter stories for No Sleep, and before I got banned, he reading some of his work or even just listening to some narrators. I was like, damn, I'm kind of like a B-list right now. I feel like crap.
Damn.
So he kind of indirectly pushed me to make better stories, which is why I took those creative writing classes, and which I did pass finally. Fucking God.
I think we all have writers. I think all writers have somebody like that, or a few writers like that who they interact with, or they're just like, holy shit, this guy's so good. Like, they're a real writer. I'm just a fake.
Game.
And I'm sure he doesn't view himself as like a real. Like a lot of writers I've talked to, they don't view themselves as real writers compared to Stephen King or even. So if he doesn't consider himself a real writer, he is 100% dead wrong. Like, Caden is just up there, dude. I don't know. And it's
What does he post under on Reddit? Do you know?
yeah, one second. Let me tell me now. I'm gonna send you a link to
Okay.
his. It's
I was gonna say,
Caden4120.
Okay. Always looking for new writers to
He
follow.
he's more focused towards dark fantasy, but he's got like humor in there as well. It's not just gritty all the time,
Okay. Yeah.
which I recommended to Wyatt and Ben. They should look into maybe reaching out to him.
the guy from the last podcast you chose to contact.
Yeah. I'm telling you right now. It's gonna sound. I'm not gonna say what I wanted to say just because I do want to remain respectful to my audience, and I don't feel like explaining what I was going to say. So let's just say I can't stroke his ego enough. Like that man is beautiful, beautiful mind.
Fair enough.
All right, I'll have to check out his stuff. I'm just gonna run off for 1 sec. I'll be right back.
While he disappears, Ben.
Yep.
Do you have anything you want to ask or even promote? I'll link your guys' YouTube, and same with Jordan. I'll link his YouTube as well.
Thank you. I was gonna ask, like, in the countryside area that you're in, is it like farm area, or is it just in the middle of the country?
So I'm on the edge of a town, but like once you leave town, it's just farmland. It is just farmland.
Fields, like cows,
Yeah.
horses, all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's always nice being out there. The fresh air, just like the crickets, the birds. I love me some good countryside.
I'll go off on a little side tangent. When I first moved out here, my friend's mom had put us in a barn because she'd put like it was like gym equipment or something like that in his bedroom because he went to college with me, and he's kind of pissed about it. So we're out there in the barn sleeping. We wake up to take the dogs out at like 2:30 in the morning. I'm assuming it was a black bear. I'm just gonna assume. I'm not gonna like say it's a Wendigo or a skinwalker or anything, paranormal.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, I'm probably gonna say it was something paranormal. I'm gonna say 20 yards away from the main road, and this dog standing on his forelegs was about halfway up my hip. It was a really big husky, and for him to go completely still, because he's chased off black bears before. That's why I'm more open to the idea that it might have been a cryptid. This, like, the best way to describe it is this long, like, slender black figure comes strolling through the middle of the road, and I go, "What's that?" And my friend's standing next to me, and he's like, I don't know," and the dog just stops moving. It's like, I don't know, dude, I don't know what the dog thought he saw, but, like, the dog didn't bark or anything. So all three of us are standing in the middle of this yard with 20 yards between us and the house, and we go, if this is, like, those cryptids we keep hearing about on these stories and stuff like that, we're probably screwed, right? What about the dog? I was like, the dog's probably going to be the first one to go. Don't you read? And it comes within, like, because we have this light with us. It comes within, like, 10 feet of us. So we kind of see, like, the outline. I'm sitting here watching this, and I'm like, man, if I die after moving out here for just a week, I'm going to be pissed. And it crosses, we have this, like, burn pile of wood, and it's just cut up logs and stuff.
Yeah.
It crosses up over into that and disappears. We don't see it for the rest of the day. I go over there.
Huh.
I can't make heads or tails of the footprints that we saw because it looked like we watched this thing like head into the burn pile, and the footprints we saw looked backwards. We saw it walk one direction, and then when we went over to look at the footprints, it looked like it was walking
facing the
out.
other way.
Yeah, and I was like, huh?
That's strange. I've not experienced anything like that. That sounds like a shadow creature.
Yeah, I'm not like, again, not for the cryptids are real. I'm open to the idea. Don't get me wrong.
I believe there's stuff out there that we just don't have, like, they're called cryptids or monsters because we just don't have scientific names or evidence for
Exactly.
them. Because I hear things. I'm right next to a forest and trails. I live next to a highway and I live near a town. It could be people, it could be things, but I hear, like, it could be coyotes. I hear weird fucking sounds out in the woods all the time. I don't run out there trying to see what it is because I'm not trying to fucking die, but
Right.
there's things that happen all the time that you can't explain, and that just sounds like one of them. It's just freaky.
No, listen to this. So, about 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
What was it? I just got my car taken away because I didn't have a license at the time. or I didn't renew my license. I didn't like bring it
Oh,
because I moved states, which you have to
yeah.
change your license to the state you're living in. I forgot to
That'd
do
be
that,
sick.
so they took it and they took my car, so I had to walk to work, and I was pissed. So my friend starts living with me. We just started walking to work, and to get to work on time, you had to leave at like 4:30, give or take, in the
Hmm.
morning. And
Oh, okay.
dude, it's pitch
Brutal.
black out, and I was like, "Are you gonna?" I asked him very specifically, like, "You gonna be able to keep pace with me?" He goes, "Yeah, probably." So we get up to the top of this hill, and he's probably about 40, 50 feet back. I'm calling him just because we're at a distance that you can't hear each other just from talking. So I was like, "Yeah, man, this job's not too bad. I mean, I like it." Within me, like 3 seconds of me, like saying that, opening my mouth, this thing crosses out in front of me, and I'm on like a main road, so like there's cars flying by, and other people going on their way to work,
Yeah.
and this thing crosses out in front of me, but like a car's also coming the other way, so like the car's facing me, so it illuminates this, like it silhouettes this creature in front of me, and I go, I'd I'd be ashamed to say it, but I basically like screamed like a little girl. I was very scared at like what had crossed out in front of me, and
Fair enough.
I'm close enough to like touch this thing, whatever it was. I was very close to touching it, and I remember asking my friend, I'm like, if you think you got it, I'm gonna run down the hill towards work. Get down to the bottom of the hill, and shout out Brandon. He was a little girl about this. I'm gonna say that always and forever. He calls me after I like run my way down to work, and he's like, "Dude, there's something in the tree just like watching me right now." He sends me this picture. You can't really see it, but it's got like this long tail. I remember asking people at my job before he came into the building. I was like, "Do we have any big cats in New York?" They're like, "Maybe a cougar, but there's nowhere near like where we live. There shouldn't be any."
Yeah.
We go out and we go to the college, which is next door to my job, and we're at the college for a couple hours after work. And it's nighttime. We go back out, and it looks like there's a big cat running through this field. And I go, "What's the over under on this being like an escaped lion or something like that?"
Be like a panther.
Yeah, yeah, like just something crazy. And within like 20 minutes of us saying that, this is where I like say unknown creatures do exist. A bunch of black unmarked cars come riding up, and I'm gonna assume either kill the thing or like capture it, tranquilize it, whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
So where we're at is there's this like abandoned factory, and these unmarked cars go flying into that, and then a helicopter comes, and I'm like, dude, did we just witness the moment these words leave my mouth? And I don't, what year is it? I don't think I can fully talk about what we had to sign, but it was a couple of NDAs.
Fair.
Yeah, because we witnessed these people come over and do whatever to this whatever it was. In a year from now, exactly, I'll be able to talk about it.
Damn.
Yeah,
A dog man.
they
From
weren't men in black, but they were definitely like not your average government worker.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, it was probably the strangest like interaction I've ever had with a government official ever. Sorry, Ben. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
you
You
definitely
said
have to
something
hear that
about.
whole story when you can.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'll talk about it more in depth a year from now, but I don't want to say too much and get in trouble.
Fair enough.
That's crazy.
I love the government. Yay!
I had something scary happen to me once, but it wasn't like supernatural or anything. Uh, but I wrote a story about, but I was driving up to my cabin up north one time with my ex way back, like it's probably 10 years ago or more. And it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. We're driving there late at night, and the road I take to get to my cottage is very, very isolated. Like nobody goes down it, and we're driving along on kind of the more main highway, and this car starts following my ex at the time was driving, and this car starts like following right behind us,
Oh man.
and classic horror movie trope where it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, like there's why would this car be behind us, right? And so I tell her
Yeah.
like, oh, just slow down, he'll pass us, so she slows down. It's at 80 kilometers an hour. She slows down to like 60. Car stays behind us, does not pass,
Oh
even
no.
when it's able to. We're like, okay, for like 20 minutes, this thing's behind us. Finally, we turn onto this road where I'm like, okay, he's not going to follow us down here because like this is the road to the cottage. Like nobody goes down this road. Turn onto the road, the car follows us, and I'm like, okay, this is not good. Like, this is really bad. Going down this dirt road into like isolated forest that is, like even an ambulance or a police car would have trouble getting to you down there.
Yeah.
So like we're driving along and I'm just like, okay, I heard somewhere if you're worried you're being followed, pull over. And so
that sounds terrible.
Right? But I mean that's what people say to do. Like turn if you pull over, they're either gonna pass you or
stop,
they're gonna stop, right? Nightmare situation is they stop behind you. This car stops behind us.
Oh no.
3 o'clock in the morning on this dirt road in the middle of a forest where nobody ever goes. And I'm just like, okay.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah. I'm looking in the rearview mirror, waiting for this guy to get out of his car. Because I'm just like, if he gets out, hit the gas. We got to just drive. And like maybe try to get to a police station or something. And so, thankfully, after like what felt like forever, the guy goes around our car and drives away. Like, we're both like hyperventilating, hearts pounding, like, holy shit, like, what the fuck was that? Why would this guy be following us? And so we're like, okay, let's just hang out here for a minute. We'll wait for him to get like way down the road, and then we'll go again.
Yeah.
So we wait, we start driving. We see his like dust of his car hanging in the air. And so we're like, okay, we know where he went, right? And then all of a sudden the dust cloud disappears. Almost as if he just pulled off the road somewhere to go home, maybe. Or pulled off the road to just hide in the bushes, maybe.
Okay.
So we keep driving. I'm like, all right, this is still... we're both still freaked out. We get to the cottage. We're just like both on pins and needles waiting to see if anybody's going to come down this road. There's no way out because it's a peninsula. And so you're just surrounded by water. There's literally...
Yeah.
There's not even room to get around a car if he came in to block us in. So we're both sitting there just freaking out, panicking a little bit still. Like, okay, things seem to have calmed down. Like, hopefully he didn't follow us. Let's just go to bed. So we're laying in bed, and I swear, you start to hear the sound outside, like right outside the cottage, and it sounds like a shovel digging up dirt.
Graves.
Like somebody's digging our graves, right? Like right outside. And we're both just laying there in bed like, what the fuck? There's no way. Like, there's no fucking way. There's no cell phone signal there either. So we're just laying there and we just hear like just the sound over and over again. Like, and we're both talking about like, there's no way. Like, we're just whispering back and forth. Like, is this seriously happening? Like, is somebody digging with a shovel outside? And eventually we fall asleep. Next morning I go outside. It was a piece of styrofoam. This long piece of styrofoam was
God, like grinding against the cottage.
And it sounded exactly like a shovel.
Did you not have like an axe or like a gun or anything?
It had nothing. Like, no, like this is Canada. So
I was gonna say, you guys are Canadian.
I got axe.
Yeah, but you don't got a gun.
Or something.
We did have, but it wasn't accessible. Like, we were in the cottage, so we would have like it would have been literal horror movie at that point.
Fair enough, man.
But yeah, that's one of the scariest things that happened to me personally, probably. And it turned out the car that pulled up behind us too. This freaked me out later on. The car that stopped behind us was a yellow Dodge Neon.
No.
Yeah.
And when I looked it up later on, there was an active serial killer. This is not made up. There's an active serial killer at the time named Colonel Russell Williams, who had killed like a few people and done some shit in a town like not far away from there. I'm not saying it was his car, but just like the coincidence of that made my heart skip a
Scary.
Yeah.
Oh man, I mean, honestly, it probably was him.
I mean,
do we have to say allegedly? Is he still alive?
I think he's in jail. He's in prison.
I'm gonna say allegedly.
Yeah.
All right. The A24 drama we talked about earlier allegedly happened. I don't know. I'm just a random guy who's in a podcast right now with Jordan, Grupe Horror, and Ben from WB Adventures in the Dark. I plead the fifth. I don't know if that even applies to this. I'm no longer incriminating myself. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. He didn't do anything. It's all. What is that? Who the hell?
I think the scariest thing that happened to me when I was a little kid. The little things that spin around on the parks.
Carousel.
Yeah.
I think so. I got sucked under one when I was little. I was like, what? I had no idea what was happening. Like my back legs are under it. I was like, this is weird. And I guess I just didn't know it was a danger at the time, but my mom was freaking out, like they're trying to stop a thing above me, and my cousin was running
What?
around making it go fast. And I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna jump on that." I got
Like, what did you weigh? 2 pounds? What are you, a piece of paper? Like, I
I
don't
was a
get
little
it.
kid, man. I was a little kid. Like, I think until I was like 10, 11 years old, I was like 60 pounds. I was a little thing.
Dude, probably should like.
That happens though. I think that's why they took those things out of playgrounds because that
I
happens.
heard recently that you can die in those things. I was like, oh man, that almost happened to me.
Well, yeah, if they're going
Yeah.
fast enough, but like, really?
It was just, it kept spinning and it kept sucking me under it, and I'm lucky. I guess I don't know if I was bigger, it might have hurt more, but I was fine.
Jesus Christ! I can only imagine just like getting sucked. First off, the amount of force and pull needed has got to be astronomical to pull a 60-pound kid. Like, you know what I'm
I
saying?
feel like it was fine because I didn't panic because I didn't know what was happening. I was a-okay.
You know what that is? That's like a cryptid living underneath that
Oh my
merry-go-round, and it's just trying to suck you up underneath. And
It was like a crab or like a what do you call it? A hermit crab, but it's disguised as like park thing.
Carl.
Carousel.
You.
There goes another character for Hollow's End.
Yeah.
Trying to think. What is your guys' thoughts on the? I'm gonna say this very vicariously. What are your thoughts on people using 11 labs? Because I go back to a discussion we had before the podcast started. Don't say any names. Just like, what are your thoughts on 11 labs?
I think it's lazy. It's soulless. It's sure. Say you're a busy person. I don't think it's an excuse, right? Say like, if you don't want your voice on something, don't do it. Like, it's lazy. That's all I can say about it.
And Jordan, you
Yeah.
specifically as a horror narrator that's well known in the community. What are your thoughts? And aside from like using AI to generate the thumbnails, like what are your thoughts on AI generation in any format on YouTube besides the, thumbnails?
Yeah, I mean, I've read so many horror stories at this point that like I can tell when something's AI written for sure. It's got a very soulless, just terrible quality to it. And I don't know, maybe it's getting better, but personally not a fan of AI written stories. Yeah, and AI voices, I also definitely not a fan as a writer. That was one of my stipulations. If your channel's text to speech, I'm not gonna let you read my stuff. Like if you can't even take the time to read it yourself aloud, just
Right.
you're just not allowed to read my stuff. Sorry. Yeah, it does feel lazy for sure. And I don't want to throw any shade either. There's some big channels out there that have got a lot of subscribers using AI voices.
Right.
And yeah, I'm surprised that they weren't targeted in the demonetization wave. That it was like me and like a bunch of other human creators got demonetized.
It was just like the smaller channels.
Yeah,
like
it was anybody that had, I'm not gonna say a small following because like Jordan's community isn't really small. It's more tightly knit. Like everybody in the community interacts, and
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like anybody that had anything smaller than 100,000 from what I was seeing, and even
just
some of
slammed.
the bigger ones like 250,000 subscribers ended up
Yeah.
getting hit. So
There's a couple
Yeah.
channels with more that got hit as well. Raven Reads has 124,000 subscribers. She's in that group of like 30 narrators we all got demonetized, and we all did like a collective Twitter post to get remonetized, and all of us kind of banding together managed to get remonetized. But yeah, it seems to be like under, I would say like just a rough number, like under 150,000 subscribers maybe got targeted. More than that, seen any channels. Like I know Vidith got hit. It took him.
he got hit a
months
couple
to-
times, didn't he?
Just once, I think. Oh, and there's also another big channel, Chilling Tales for Dark Nights. No, they have more subscribers. Let's see.
I don't even think I've heard of this channel.
So they've been hit twice, and they have
Damn.
400. They actually have 447,000 subscribers.
Jeez.
They were also in the group that got remonetized with this Twitter post that we did. But yeah, they've been in the game for quite a while.
See, and my whole thought on this is take out the is what was it? Basically an AI bot banning or not banning, demonetizing everybody, right?
Yeah, they rolled out this inauthentic content policy back last July, so it's been out for a year now. And when it first came out, they said like, not it's not going to affect anybody. It's just a rewording of policies. Like everybody's safe. And then they rolled out this AI moderation system. From what I'm like, this is all alleged, but they rolled out this AI moderation system that's basically just combing through everything, casting a very wide net. And yeah, it caught a lot of channels.
Yeah, and
Uh,
I
yeah.
watched your interview with Grinless, and
Mm.
just to hear some of the
Yeah.
stuff that you guys were even talking about, wasn't really all that shocked because this seems to be a trend with YouTube where there was the adpocalypse in what 2017, so 2018 somewhere in there. It was like
Yeah, about 7 years ago, from my understanding. So like probably 2019, I guess.
yeah, yeah, and it seems to be like every 7 or 8 years something big happens on YouTube where it shifts the I'm gonna use the meta basically.
Yeah.
Horror narration seems to be going up and everything else is going down. So YouTube's like, well, let's throw a wrench in this and hit everybody all at once. Obviously, they skipped over. We talked about somebody earlier. I'm not going to say their name. Just we talked about them. They skipped over a couple people that I know for a fact are using these 11 Labs, or even I forget what the other one is, but people are using this other AI voice cloning tool to basically just cheat the system. And yeah, again, if you're doing like something quick, like an hour story, I would consider an hour story quick. I think that doesn't require any sort of AI intervention. And you've got like, what's the word I'm looking for? You've got people that just are pumping out videos left and right. And you can tell that there's no inflection in their voice. There's no variation in tone. There's no like right now I'm struggling to speak.
And that's normal, right?
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
makes you human.
And
Robots, they don't do that.
and like this one YouTuber, we talked about him earlier. This is going to be as vague as possible. But like before, you can hear his chair every time he narrated anything. Now you don't hear the
Hmm.
chair at all, which again, it could
Oh
be
no.
quality control. Um, maybe standing in a room and narrating that way. But even when he was doing that, there was always some sort of tell. Like you could hear background noise. It didn't matter how good his quality for the mic control was. You'd always hear something in the background. Now you don't hear it at all.
Okay.
It's the same monotone. Like there's no difference in voice.
He's gonna get
And
like tired near the end of it. It's one steady like talking, I guess, tone through the whole thing.
yeah, but like the thing with 11 Labs is, I guess you can, if you read for the hour that they recommend, um, you can add in like a happy, like, oh hey guys, how you guys doing? And then you can add a, oh hey guys.
Yeah.
So you can add all these like variations in how you pronounce things, and I guess it'll copy that. So
Okay.
like you enter, let's say, the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. You can add like 7 different versions of that in that 1 hour long speech, and it'll recognize each version you do. And then
That's freaky.
it's able to copy it into your video. So you tell it happy, it'll do happy. If you tell it sad, it'll do sad.
Yeah.
Which again, this is just super lazy. I don't really
Yeah, it
and
sucks.
and to point this out even further, he has multiple videos which I listen to at work. I download everybody's videos from the week on Friday, and I listen to it the next week at work.
Oh.
He has like 7 videos where he just leaves in 11 Labs' AI mistakes. So like it can't read certain words. He leaves those in.
Oh no.
Yeah, or he'll copy and paste the transcript for the video um into 11 Labs. And if it's too long, it'll let you know. I've done all my research on this. If it's too long, it will let you know, and then you have to copy and paste like half of it into a second file for it,
Right.
and it'll create a duplicate sentence. And if you're not careful and take it out when you upload your video, you'll hear that. You'll hear the
Just does it twice in a row.
yeah.
Yeah.
And again, let's see here. Search this one. I'm gonna copy the link and send it to you guys.
Okay.
When you're making that much money, like if you're one of these big channels who's getting like hundreds of thousands of views, there's really no excuse to be
Literally.
like. I mean, it's just late. It's just lazy.
In this video I just sent to you guys, it happens
Your
like
timestamp?
7 times. Don't read out the title.
God. No, I won't. Our brain left.
It happens 7 times, and I'm just like, dude, you can if you really wanted to be, a horror narrator, edit that out, or even don't even use 11 Labs. Just do it. Like, I'm listening to you and like 7 other creators. I'm not worried about how you sound. Like, I guess I can say his name. Zach. Jordan, you know who Zach is, right?
Yeah.
People don't like the way he sounds, which is fine. Not everyone's gonna like the way everybody sounds.
Yeah, tough shit. It's like you'll find your audience.
And
I get the same complaints that people don't like the way I sound, like when I've guested on other channels and stuff.
Yeah, and I'm like,
or even on my own channel.
yeah, I saw that the other day. I was like, guys, come on, just if you don't like just click off. Just click off. It's okay.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
You have to listen to it.
I had a community member talk about how they don't like how I sound. It's not how they envisioned. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I don't care. Then somebody went out of their way to be like, they don't like the way Wyatt sounds. I was like,
what?
Wyatt sounds perfectly fine.
Wyatt's got a beautiful voice. Come
exactly. And they were like, the exact message I got. Stop sending stories to Jordan, Zach, Mr. Creeps, Darkness Prevails, which I don't even think Darkness Prevails has done any of my stories. But like, you guys are the 4 that they got mentioned. It's like, don't send it to these guys. These guys all sound bad. Send them to...
They don't like our voice?
Yeah, and I was like, what? I was like, I don't care. They want to narrate my stuff and share my stories. I'm going to allow them to do that.
Hell yeah. I don't know, some people are just weird. Some people are just weird.
Yeah. I did some narrations for Dusklight Radio, and some of the comments, like, they're so mean. Like, they're just so mean. It's like, I hate Jordan's northern voice. It sounds awful.
And
that's just rude.
I think the main comment I see on your channel specifically is like I guess, let me pull up a video real quick.
Like somebody said, like Jordan's northern accent is like a nail, like fingernails on a chalkboard. I'm like,
damn.
Oh, Jesus!
Immediately.
All right, down, fuck.
Happens though.
I'm a selfish prick, so I'm gonna just open my video that you did. And I'm looking at the comments here. It says the way he pronounces the end of the sentences.
Oh,
it's like, who cares? I'm not telling you to go like subscribe to the guy if you want to listen to the stories. These are what's going on here.
Yeah.
I can't see your comment section on this video actually.
On the decommissioned fire tower? Or...
Yeah, I can't. Isn't my house? Let me open this up.
Yeah, I feel like I've probably developed some bad habits over the years. Like I'm always working on my delivery. And yeah, people complain certain things about my voice or my delivery, and it's like, okay, I try to take it as constructive criticism.
Fair enough, but you gotta realize that's just how it is, right? It's people make mistakes. That's part of the whole channel thing. Is that if you're gonna be a living, breathing human who does narration, right? There's gonna be mess ups sometimes. That's just how it is.
Yeah, and. I do my best. I'm not a professional voice actor, I'm still learning, and it's like something that I'm still trying to get better at, and probably I'll take some classes at some point maybe, and try to, because it's kind of my career at this point too, so I'm going to keep trying to get better at it. But yeah, some people are just really mean.
See, the criticism, I even tell people on Reddit, like, you see something that's messed up in the story, let me know. But when it comes to like the podcast, I'm gonna leave in a lot of my mistakes. So like when I'm speaking, and if I just stutter over my words and go pa 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 pa, I'm gonna leave a lot of that in because this is supposed to be kind of off the cuff. There's no kind of like how Ben and Wyatt run their channel.
Take.
Yeah, kind of a one take. Like I had the editor remove a lot of the pauses that we had. The first podcast.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of that cut out, but other than that, I left everything else in. I mean, Wyatt's little off the dregs comments about a certain actor was not gonna leave that in. Other than that, we were perfectly fine. Don't even say the name. I don't want that conversation.
I'm pretty sure I said that.
No, it was Wyatt. It was. I told him. All right. So Jordan, to give you an idea what's going on, I had warned them no politics and no touchy subjects. Within like 20 minutes of me saying that, we got on the topic of a movie, and one of the actors has brought up in specific, and Wyatt kind of went off the rails, and I was like, Wyatt, please, for the love of God, stop.
You got to you just gotta accept like that. That's just how he is, man.
Too, but like there's a time and place. Like we can have that conversation after the podcast, or why you don't like certain actors and stuff like that.
Fair enough.
I do
Fair
want to
enough.
throw this
Yeah.
out there. There was not racism, guys, in live chat, so stop guessing racism.
It was racism.
You want to make everybody feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Calling people out.
I don't. I'm not against all the. I'm not against everybody's personal views and stuff like that, but maybe not on podcast time. Maybe if you guys want to talk about your personal takes on stuff, that's fine. Just not during podcast.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah.
There's a time and a place.
I mean, sometimes there's never a place or a time. You type it out in the chat.
I did.
But don't you read that out loud.
I won't.
But
Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
okay.
No, I'm familiar with the current controversy.
Again, I'm not against the conversation. Conversations definitely don't need to be happening sometimes. He went on for I forgot what the original podcast. I'm gonna go a little long on this one today, if you guys don't mind. Some other things I want to talk about. But the original first episode, or fifth episode, I guess, Marcus. The start of the fifth episode, there was 10 minutes where he just kept going, and that all got cut. It was just a nightmare.
Oh, was about the smut stuff.
No. But about that specific topic, he just typed in the Discord.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he went on for 10.
I guess I'm just so used to that kind of chitter chatter with Wyatt.
Mm.
I didn't really notice,
I spoke it into existence, I think, because I was just come on, guys, listen, no politics, no touchy subjects, and then immediately after, just off the rails. Yeah, which
Not the picture of.
yeah.
No, but Jordan, I'm writing something specifically for you.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I offered
Awesome.
that one project to you, and right after I offered it, the creator that wanted to do it reached back out. So
Yeah.
I am producing that creator reached back out and gave me an answer. That being said, the side project that I was working on for you originally had gotten expanded, so you will be getting that. It's how do you feel about what's it called? Having a stroke. Private investigators.
Oh yeah, I love private investigator stuff.
Okay, you'll enjoy this story though. This series is meant for you, as a whole.
And I was gonna say the voice you did pick, without saying too much, is dead on perfect for that project you were talking about.
Dude, I made it specifically for him. That's why my God, I'm having a stroke right now. My main source material page
Yeah.
has the initials there. And I was asking about that, and I still haven't given a straight answer because me and the other creator were working on that in private.
Yeah.
But I figured he'd be perfect for that. Now, you specifically doing Hollow's End gave me the idea for you to take over this private investigator series.
Is it horror comedy vibes? Is that why? Or
It's mainly focused on the mystery and horror aspect now, but in a couple of chapters, it will be more comedy horror.
Cool. Yeah, I love private investigator stuff.
Ben is actually the inspiration for one of the characters being the way he is.
But hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm currently working on an audiobook for author, and then I want to do the Hollow's End, the first Hollow's End book right after that. That's the only reason why I was I would love to do it, but I just need a bit more time.
No, you're fine. I understand you were busy. Your book just came out. People definitely want that to be, audiobook format.
Yeah, definitely getting a few requests for that.
When you do an audiobook thing, do you hire someone to narrate it, or do you just do that straight up and then post it?
For to answer part of that myself, you could narrate it yourself, or if you open it up to I have ACX open,
yeah,
which is what I want that creator to post through. I don't know if he's actually going to post there or not, but that's where I get a lot of my requests for my first book, and now this book that this new creator is doing.
Yeah, that's my experience too. I haven't done it from the writer publisher point of view yet, but this is my second book I've done audiobook narration for, and yeah, I did it all through ACX. The publisher / author assigned it to me through ACX.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
no.
you'll get like I don't know if you have any books available through ACX or Audible.
Yeah, not of mine, but I did the Blair Daniels "Don't Scream"
mhm,
60 Tales to Terrify, which is like a short story collection. So I did that. That's her most popular book in general. So I
mhm.
did the audiobook narration for that.
Yeah, dude, listen to me when I say this now. Do not open any of your books for ACX until you're ready to start doing that yourself. Because I've got a couple of good authors, or narrators, sorry. Um, then do you guys remember the Burger King foot lettuce guy from a couple of years ago?
Yes.
Okay, no.
Number 15.
So
The
like,
last thing you want in your Burger King burger.
yeah,
I
it's
never saw it.
dude, you need to watch it. This guy that requested to narrate the book, that this creator is doing, because I'd opened it up absent-mindedly, not thinking that I'd get a bunch of requests. This one guy has just like gone off the rails and sounds exactly like the Burger King foot lettuce guy.
Oh no.
And I was very concerned because I've never heard anybody. All right, rephrase this. I've heard people that sound like this. It's the first time I've had somebody through anything I've done. Like I've worked with a lot of narrators on YouTube. This is the first person I've ever heard in my life to sound exactly like the guy, which makes me think it is the guy.
Oh no.
And I'm just like horrified at the thought of him narrating my books. No, it's bad. It's bad. Oh my god,
Did
it's
he do
raining a
something
lot
good?
outside. You can probably hear it in ambient mic.
Burger King foot lettuce guy do anything like controversial or like?
I don't remember. I think maybe. I think he
Okay.
was bullied off the internet. I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on that.
Why? Oh,
Just because the way he sounds. It's that same conversation that we had where,
Oh.
which I'll actually touch back up on this because I want to talk to Jordan about a certain situation me and him both had on his channel.
Oh, he's dead.
What?
The man behind the iconic Burger King foot lettuce meme, Alexander Vincent Zangara, passed away on July 5, the age of health issues and personal struggles.
What? I didn't know about that. This is the first I'm hearing about
Yeah.
this.
There's an Ask Me Anything post from the real guy,
Oh no.
the Burger King foot lettuce guy from 2 years ago on Ask Me Anything.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh no. Rest in
Oh my
peace.
God.
The guy with the picture or the guy with the voice? I don't...
I'm watching the video. There's a video on his YouTube channel right now. He's like, "I am the Burger King foot lettuce guy. This is my
Okay.
story."
Oh no, man.
He's got a YouTube channel.
Past tense, man. Past tense.
Tense. So he passed away.
Yeah.
Sid.
It really is like because he's definitely like a part of internet culture. So roping back around to an earlier conversation we had with the inauthentic content stuff. Jordan narrated some of my earlier stories, which I was using for my creative writing classes. And Ben, if you don't know, like if you use AI for any creative writing classes, you will get kicked out of those classes.
Oh, yeah.
Like you get a failing grade, and it's borderline.
Illegal?
It's not illegal because technically AI generated content is yours to a degree, but like you're not the one writing it. Your thoughts didn't go fully into it.
Okay. So it's kind of like plagiarism, but
Yeah, it's considered
Light.
plagiarism, and at the college I was going to, you aren't allowed to like even remotely have any sort of plagiarism because then it's grounds for termination at the college entirely.
damn. They just
So-
smite you down. Yeah.
So he had narrated one of my earlier stories that I used for the college classes, which, I'm taking these classes to get better at writing, and
Yeah.
I was using exactly what the teacher had told me, which was, focus on this, this, and this. And Jordan narrates this story, and he caught flat. It's like this one guy just gave him so much flack for it, and then I read the comments, and the guy's giving me flack for it. He's like, "This is very clearly AI written. You have an AI channel reading it." And I was like,
God.
"What did I do? What did Jordan do? I'm pretty sure Jordan isn't AI."
He knows everything going around.
So
Shit.
I'm
You'll
going
get
to
so
throw
pissed
this.
off.
Yeah, I'm going to throw this out there. I have never used AI for the stories. I don't understand how it works. I don't think they can even throw out decent stories to begin with.
Yeah.
Jordan was saying he knows, he can tell when there is an AI story. Actually, is there, what are the tells? Like, do you know?
I actually know a lot of the tells. All right, let's load up.
Just try to write a 500-word story in ChatGPT right now.
Yeah, do that.
Just look at what it shits out.
I'm gonna look at
Because
No
it is
Sleep real
shit.
quick and
It is
see if there's
total-
any.
Well,
It's
I
totally-
think I remember from last podcast, you said it was the you give like a 3. It was like 3, a set of 3
So
or something. It was like
it's
it
contrast
was,
negation, but not all contrast negation is a sign of AI. That's what ChatGPT uses to. I was listening to this other person's podcast. I'm not gonna plug it because I don't think I'll ever be a part of their podcast. So
Fair
he was
enough.
saying that no matter what you do, AI will always use contrast negation. And it's usually contrast negation, a normal sentence, contrast negation, a normal sentence. And I looked into it. There's so much of that on No Sleep right now. And this is why I do not like No Sleep. One of the mods, alright, Jordan, I've gone on this rant about a dozen times. I cannot go on this rant. I mean, I'm going to go on this rant again, but I've gone on this rant about a dozen times. The day I was banned on No Sleep, unless I'm reading this, or anyways, the day I was banned on No Sleep, beginning of this year, they told me that it was inauthentic content. Is it leaking in here? A minute. I have to cut this part of the podcast out. It was, inauthentic content, just like YouTube. I was like, okay, that's weird. I read all these inside Reddit, and sorry, I'm getting distracted. It sounds like there's. All right, sorry. I was like, okay, that's a little weird. The inauthentic content part. I'll look at, see what it says. Yeah, a couple days go by. I get banned. After that one ban was up, I had talked to the No Sleep mod, and I'm trying to give you an abridged version of this. They were like, oh yeah, you can post again, so start posting again. This is the second major ban, was the permanent ban. And they tell me straight up, all your stories have, they're too much information. Identifying information is the main takeaway from all this. Why is he popular right now? I'll go into this creator right after we're done because I'm a little annoyed.
Hard because there's no definitive way to tell.
Yeah.
There's red flags.
Sorry, I know I'm going off a weird tangent. There's a No Sleep story right now. Just 'cause after 20 years of working at a morgue, this one is flagged as AI. But, they're gonna copy, Control C. If you open up, what is that fucking AI checker from Grammarly?
Yeah.
If you open that up and I'm gonna copy and paste this story, I just wrote it about 2 hours before we started this podcast. The results right now. I literally just wrote. I wrote this in front of the channel members, or the website members.
The after 20 years working at a morgue.
No. This other story.
Oh.
Agree. Google. Do this one. Blah 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 blah. Continue. Oh my God! Why are you giving me so much flack? Just go away. Work. Next. Blah. Oh my God! Don't you dare. Actually, no.
I found this. I was like, I think it was on Instagram or YouTube. It was like a little video. So I screenshotted it and turned it to a GIF, and I sent it to Wyatt. He was dying, and he started sending it to his fiance and like all his buddies. And now it's the Yoshi.
Scan this. Oh my God! Why? Why are you giving me so much flack? Let's delete this. Grammarly's very weird. Scan for AI. I just wrote this. Alright, it says 75% AI. You want to know what it's flagging right now?
What?
It's flagging, and this is why you can't trust any of the AI checkers. I know this is probably like a long-winded fucking rant about AI checkers and why I hate people commenting, oh, this is AI. If you put the whatever into the checkers and stuff like that, it came back. It's flagging how I started my sentence. Before I start, I would like to apologize for any formatting. This is the only reason in this checker. It scans 1,400 words.
It's like, oh.
Yeah, it scans a random... So depending on the time of day you use it as well, it'll flag it as AI.
And that's the words that the after 20 years working at a morgue. That's the same way they start their story.
And that one comes back as 0%.
So I just checked it. It's for me, but I would believe that this is a human written story. I mean, just based on the length.
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna get AI to write your story, like why would you get it to put out something that's 500 words? Get it to write something longer, right?
Yeah.
So, from what I understand, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but from what I understand, the reasoning behind that is very solid. But I guess the longer it goes on, ChatGPT just falls off. It doesn't know how to course correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't even read through this whole story to say, but yeah.
But me and Jordan caught so much flack for that one fucking story. It's like, dude, I submitted this into a college professor that like knows what he's reading and has his own checker. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but colleges across America have like, for what it was, military grade encryption checkers.
Military grade.
Yeah. It was like I was reading my professor's. He let me look at his checker to run it through everybody else's work because I was basically like his favorite student. and he's like, "This is how I can tell," and he'll like copy and paste the document into the checker, and it'll let him know the what is it called? Like when you inspect a line of text from a website, like if you right click, it'll tell you page source and inspect elements.
Yeah.
He's able to tell through just inspecting
Which
element with which AI wrote the thing. So like I guess ChatGPT is fairly common in college.
of course.
Um, there's the Grok one for X or Twitter, whatever it's called now.
Or-
I guess that one is like the most popular one being used in college right now. And so like if I'm submitting all these to class, trust me, they're going to get caught if they were AI. What is
Yeah.
this nine? What did you guys send in the chat? That it's
Oh, that it was just a one that is a give for AI story, and he was saying
Yeah.
it was the dashes, and I just took a few screenshots.
oh yeah,
Again,
M
I don't wanna call-
dashes.
I don't want to call out. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to call anybody out specifically necessarily. Like, I'm glad you said that other one's probably not AI, because like I would hate to be a writer who puts something out and then have a bunch of us
Everyone.
start and being like, "Oh, this is AI." 'Cause,
Yeah.
I agree. I don't think it's as prevalent as people think it is. Like, there's this whole subreddit called "Is This AI?" and I clicked on it a few times, and now it pops up in my feed all the time. And
Okay.
people post regular pictures there as well as AI stuff of their grandma getting catfished by some handsome Italian man.
Oh lord.
But they also post real pictures, and they'll be like, "Is this AI?" And the first thing you see is there's like 10 comments being like, "Oh, this is AI. Here's the tell right here. Oh, look at this spot. Look at these pixels." And then finally, after 10 or 15 comments, somebody will comment and be like, "This is a real picture. Here's the source."
I forgot where I
It's
saw
from
that
Instagram.
recently. They took like art from a exhibit or something like that, and
Oh yeah, art is the worst. Like, I'm a painter too a little bit, and like it used to be people would give you shit because your art sucked,
right,
but now it's like, oh, this is too good. It's AI for sure. And so if you're posting art on Reddit, you're gonna get torn apart every single time now. People are gonna be like, oh, this is AI. Show us your progress pics, and then even those get torn apart for being AI.
right.
So yeah,
There was this.
it's a
I'll actually
tough time to
send you
be creative.
guys this image later on. So I used to draw occasionally. I even bought a not a laptop, a iPad for it. I bought like all the fixings for this thing to start drawing, and I sketched out. I gotta find somebody to do it. I don't think I could do it realistically. It's for a webtoon for the main like series that I focus on my subreddit, like what my whole universe is centered around, basically. But like I drew this thing, and everybody was like, "Oh, this is AI," and I'm like, "You guys can actively watch me draw if you want." And the person was like, "No, I know it's AI. I know it's AI."
Yeah,
And I had my what is he now? I think he might be I don't know where he's at. I gotta find him later. He used to be my community manager for a different website that I was using, which I no longer use because they made me pay like $40 a month. Wasn't worth it.
yeah,
But he used to like be with me in person to watch me draw this stuff. And he came in and commented. He's like, "Oh yeah, he never uses AI for anything. He doesn't even," which I don't. I really don't understand how to use it like that. He's like, "Yeah, this is a picture of him drawing," and he sent the picture to the person, and the person was like, "No, this is doctored." And
What?
yeah, and I was like, where did this precedent come from that everything's AI no matter what the person does, even just to prove it? Like Jordan went and did a. I don't even know if you saw this, Jordan. Your face cam, the recording that you had did in person explaining the situation with the demonetization wave.
yeah.
Somebody had commented like, "This is AI. You can very clearly tell because this, and this." And I was like, what?
Actually,
I was like,
I beg
what?
to differ.
I get it about my voice too all the time. People will say, will comment, "Oh, fuck this AI voice" or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, like if you go over again, I'm gonna talk about my video because
I'm receiving traffic on an unmonitored frequency. Caller.
Jordan, I thought you were talking, and I was like, "Why are you yelling?" I gotta cut that out, I think too. Anyways, let's see here.
I think it's crazy though that people comment that because like do they not hear like the breaks and like the breathing and like all the other stuff? Like it's I don't know.
So
It's
I'm gonna
just
I'm gonna
silly.
link Jordan's YouTube at the when I go to post this on Monday.
Okay.
But like anyone can go to his channel at any point, even the member live feed right now. If you guys want to go over to his channel right now and just look through some of the comments, you'll see like every now and then it's just this. See, Jordan, do you remember that one guy's name that like flipped out on both of us? I want to put him in a video at some point.
Like in a comment?
Yeah. He was trying to call. He called you out for using AI voice, and he called me out for using AI to write the story.
No, I don't pay that much attention.
Dude, I had a fucking stroke. I wrote his name down and everything. I'm like, I'm gonna have this guy in a video at some point.
Yeah, I had somebody going nuts on my Instagram recently for the Hollows End book cover, saying it's AI and the artists are lying to you, and I'm just like, I just don't have.
I wish me and Marcus fucking used AI for that. I wish that it was that easy.
Yeah, I know you guys didn't, but it's like I don't have the energy to argue with someone. Like at a certain point, it's like talking to a brick wall.
Yeah,
you know, like. When they post 5 different comments saying like how bad I am for using AI, and I just said I didn't, it's like I don't know what to tell you anymore, you know?
This weird precedent that got set for just like creators in general has been a nightmare because everything is AI slop now and everything is what is it? Everything's like not real. Jordan's fake, I'm fake, Marcus is fake, Ben is fake. Like everybody, they're just like, you got all these people that just don't know how to take a step back and just read. Like it's not that hard.
Yeah, I mean, there's tons of AI stuff out there, and it is getting harder and harder to tell. I think it's part of the problem, is that it is legitimately getting to the point now where if you show a video clip to 10 people that's completely AI, you know, 9 out of 10 people, if the clip's good enough, they won't be able to tell you it's AI.
Dude, so it's kind of scary with some of them.
Yeah, so I get where people's mistrust comes from, but yeah, you're barking up the wrong tree with me. I mean, you just got to listen to my videos to tell. I don't have the greatest. If I was gonna AI clone a voice, it wouldn't be mine. It'd be Dark Knight Tales or you know, Nightmares Nightly or one of those guys who's got a great voice. You know.
Yeah.
That's
Speaking
not even. No, go ahead.
Speaking of your YouTube channel, Wyatt was texting me. What is your YouTube channel? He wants to know.
My channel?
Yeah.
So it's Jordan Grupe Horror, Grupe, Jordan Grupe.
Your starfish.
No, why? Why?
Your starfish tomorrow.
You should tell him. Is he available Monday? You should ask him before I send this message to Caden because I want him on the post show. We can do it tomorrow, guaranteed. Post show could also happen Monday because Caden's free on Monday. Jordan, again, this man is a really good author. Up there. He is really up there.
So, tomorrow podcast is happening with Wyatt?
So it's post show, but yes, podcast is happening. I want him to. So he has a choice: either Monday with Caden or me and him post show. If you want to join, you can also be in the post show.
I will probably be there then.
Just ask him if he's available Monday.
Okay.
Sorry, Jordan. I know we gotta get into the time here.
I'm bookmarking this. Caden 4120.
Dude, I am literally like, I want to get a little graphic here. My friend, my illustrator Marcus, is saying that I am blanking this man's blank so hard right now. I was like, and this is all like live chat. So if you want to see live chat, you become a member on the website. But kind of ignore Marcus unless I say otherwise, because Marcus is a little bit of a half English prick, if you ask me.
I'm gonna run for 1 second. I'll be right back.
You're good.
Okay.
We have. I'm trying to see. Tell his ass to hurry up. I need Caden to. Or Caden's wanting to know what day we're going to do it.
Okay. He responded to me like a minute ago, so yeah, I think he's just busy with something. He's on the bar, and I don't know, maybe a cow got out. You ever played not Dead by Daylight? Have you ever played Dying Light?
I played Dying Light for probably a total of like 3 hours.
That game is terrifying.
Dude, so it's one of the games on my playlist for when we go to. I don't know if you guys want to do like, this is excluding Jordan, obviously. I don't know how he feels about gaming, but like if you and Wyatt want to like hop in the back rooms or even
for sure, man.
Dude,
like we play games all the time.
Yeah, you played that new came out May? That Backrooms game? Where's my Steam at? This is the video game portion of the podcast. While we wait for Jordan to get back.
I'm sure Jordan would be fine with games. He seems like a cool guy.
Dude, I love Jordan.
He's cool. He's cool.
He honestly, he's one of the only reasons I still post stories outside of like looking for the words. He's one of the only reasons I post stories outside my sub, just because like to kind of get my name out there a little bit. Yeah, the
Is
game's
your
called Escape the Backrooms.
band still active?
Dude, I am banned until August at the bare minimum. It's a permanent ban, so like they could just say no. Which let me let you guys in a little secret. I posted a story about 3 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
At the end of the story, I'd like sent a shot at the specific no sleep mod that banned me. I was like, I don't remember what it was. It was my first. Are you familiar with the Whalers yet, Jordan?
No.
No. So there's this whole like mini series, or level correction. It's a whole bunch of stories that share like the same creature, and
Okay.
you know they're all set within the same universe. I'm trying to see which one was it. It should be right here. Sorry, guys, I'm having a stroke. No, that's not it. Motel. That's not it. Oh, right. Shout out to William. Thank you for making that fan art a while back. William Ramsey is his name. For my bumbling, guys, just give me 1 second.
That's
Fine.
The story, Jesus. I want to read to you what I wrote. God, there's no way it was before that, really? No, okay, maybe it's further up.
Wyatt was asking what's on Monday.
Monday. I mean, it could be any. It could be either tomorrow or no. Monday is like the main goal to try to get the interview with Caden,
Oh, okay.
because that's the day he's free. So I'm trying to get into a rhythm with working with people's schedules. So like, I asked Jordan. Was it 2 days ago? Okay, here it is. This is 2 months ago. I wrote this. Just again, throw in shots. All right, go. If someone reads this and figures out the town. Oh no, here it is. Here it is. The marriage had already been dead before September.
Oh yeah.
My wife is not a monster. I'm kind of just glossing over this real quick. If someone reads this, where are you at? Alright, I hope your mom can live with what she did. I think she probably can. She's always been practical that way. And I used to admire it. I've got 1 bullet left for whatever comes up here first. Haven't decided whether that's one of those things, if it figures out the rooftop, or something else. And if my wife ends up dating one of those shitty no-sleep moderators from that subreddit she was always on after the payout clears, honestly, that might be the worst part of this whole situation. At least the things down there are straightforward about what they want. Again, I'm very, very still holding a grudge about this no-sleep ban, which the first podcast title is the no-sleep rant.
No sleep rant. Yeah.
Because I just like... I hate these fucking moderators. What
They're-
No Sleep
they're
needs.
power hungry.
What No Sleep needs is whoever the senior mod is, like the mod with the most. I hope it's not the guy that I'm fucking thinking of. Whoever has the most like power and can disable the other mods needs to just do a reset and have new people reapply to mods. Have them pass like a quality check manager, just because they banned some of the best stories on No Sleep. I'm not throwing shade, but like, what the hell's his name? Saturday? Jordan, you know who that is, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He posts stories and with the same like concept that I used to post, which was there was this one story that shared like a similar premise. We both put the character's name, like full name, into the story and posted it to No Sleep.
Yeah.
I got banned. His post got #1 for that specific day, and I was like, "But I thought we don't do identifying information." And it's not throwing shade. It's just more of like, why are you guys nitpicking who can stay up as popular? Because I was #1. I had 4,000 upvotes and was it like 300 comments before they took it down. And I was just like, come on, guys, what's going on here? Why am I getting targeted here?
I think some mods have all the best intentions, and I think some of them have their favorite writers who person posts, they go on and they read their stuff immediately and they approve it. And like they have an alert set up, like, okay, my favorite writer posted, so I'm gonna go read it right now and I'll approve it. You know, I think when I used to post on No Sleep, there was definitely a few mods, at least a couple mods who I know of personally now. Found out later on they had my best interest at heart, and were looking out for me a little bit, and like were, you know, not that my stuff shouldn't have been approved at all. It all should have been approved,
Right.
but there were people who didn't like me and heard some stories where they said some pretty nasty things about me. And
God.
like, so I know like there were moderators for sure who had vendettas against me,
Normal people
did not like
versus
me.
the goblins.
Like the moderator that banned me, I'm not gonna say their username just to. Again, I don't really care. They did the best thing for me possible. Believe it or not, by me getting banned, it
Yeah.
built my community up so
Exactly.
much, and I was just
Yeah.
like, oh, this works out in the end. But I know what they look like, and the reason that story ended the way it did is because I found out what he looks like from a ex moderator.
Oh no.
Yeah, so and he's not trying to body shame. I don't really care what people look like. I'm all for the
Is he an ogre?
dude.
Fine.
Dude, I'm telling you, like if I was to release an image of what he looks like, you guys would not be shocked.
Oh no.
That's not far off, actually. That's actually not far off. I hate that that's fairly accurate as to what he looks like.
Yeah.
No, but he does this
I feel
thing.
like mostly used to be better. Now the mods are. I've heard the mods are like way worse than they used to be now.
Well, you have that. What's that one guy that was in the that post that you had mentioned or I had put out there? Sorry, excuse me 1 second. Let's open the Dark Archive real quick. All right, so there it is. Let's click this. He's like the third comment or something like that. What's his name? Close that. Grand Theft Motto. That fucking guy. That guy fucks. Exactly.
Like, he's one of the guys. He's one of those guys who, when I think about like great writers, like, oh, he's a real writer. I'm not a real writer. He's a real writer.
For real.
Damn.
Yeah, he's up there, dude.
He's so talented. Yeah, I mean, his story. Someone walks whistling down my street every night at 3. Was it
dude, I fucking love that
I
story.
have heard that one.
So that was the number 2 story on No Sleep of all time for a long time. It only recently got taken over, overpassed by my wife has been creeping me out, peeking around corners. Who probably almost every channel I feel like has read that story. But yeah, Travis is super talented writer.
What is it? Eventually, I do want to get into narrating at some point, but for right now, I feel like the podcast is the best way for me to reach my audience and even to direct traffic to you guys through the website specifically. We're at the wrap-up portion of the podcast because it is starting to reach a certain time, and I don't want my significant other to stab me in the neck. So we're gonna start closing. We're gonna start closing sentences here. I think I went and talked to you about this, Jordan. I do plan on hosting a page on my website specifically just for narrators and even other authors. Like Caden's gonna be featured on there. You're featured on there. Trying to think.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, I've got like 500 members on the website right now, and I plan on moving my entire community over there at some point, so that when authors reach out for Reddit stuff, it's whatever. Like Jordan, if you reach out for that story that has the No Sleep mod shot thrown in there, like I would take it off of Reddit, let people know that it moved to the website, and then that's where it will live, so that you won't have to worry about linking back to anything crazy. Just link back to the website.
Yeah, that's awesome. Especially since YouTube's AI moderation apparently does not like Reddit links.
I don't even want to get into that subject right now. That's a whole 20-minute conversation of how bullshit that is.
Yeah, that's a whole other can of worms.
And obviously, I don't plan on being some big, massive podcast guy. I don't expect this channel to blow all the way up as most people on the website think it is. I expect it to do a couple hundred subscribers, which I can live with. I even eventually wanted to get to 1,000 subscribers, and that'd be it, because that's what my community decides. That if I end up growing more, past that, that's fine with me. I'm not going to change how I write. I'm not going to change how I interact with other YouTubers, like Jordan, you specifically, and even Dark Knight Tales. I've expressed that you guys don't have to pay me for anything. I don't care as long as you get my stories out there. I'm all for the spreading my stories organically and not requesting payment like everybody else does. There's nothing wrong with it, but I feel like if we're gonna make stories that people enjoy, we shouldn't charge people to narrate them, because it just puts a bad taste in everybody's mouth. It's not saying that let's say Jordan gets 20 million subscribers overnight. If he offers to pay me, I'm not gonna say no, obviously. I'm never gonna say no to a payment, but at the same time, I do want it to be known that I don't request payments at all. Everything is usually up for grabs. First come, first serve. somebody reached out
That's good.
for, it was like a series that, actually it was the Skin Man series. They wanted sole rights to that. And I was like,
Man.
no. Because then that would mean I'd have to ask 7 narrators to take down all their stories. And
God.
Jordan narrated pretty much all of them. I didn't send him one, but that was for personal reasons. It got too, like, real with that series.
Yeah.
But like he was like, oh, ask Jordan to take down his video. He was asking about, I think maybe Zach might have done a story for that too. He had his list of people he wanted the story to, get taken down from, and he'd offer me $100 for the series, and I was like, no.
Not much for a series of that length.
And I told him, I was like, why would I offer you $100 when I can get that story out to triple the amount of people? Because his channel isn't even all that big. He's bigger than my channel. He's bigger than most channels I've worked with, except for like a handful of people, including yourself and maybe Brian. But again, it's just this, like, I don't feel like exclusivity needs to be paid for. If you want a series, I'll write you a series.
Short, right?
Yeah.
$100 for a series of that length for exclusive is kind of insulting, honestly. Like, I didn't ask you for exclusivity on it, and I'm more than happy, especially for, like, we talked about, like, series. Like, I'm more than happy to give you revenue share, which would definitely be more than $100 on that whole series. Like, not tooting my own horn here, but that's not
Right.
that's kind of pennies compared to what it's worth for that. Like, it's like 3 hours worth of content, just that series.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Ben and Wyatt ended up doing, this was before or we might have just started talking, I'm not too sure. But Ben and Wyatt had originally did the first, like, what was it, 3 stories or 4 stories?
For the Skin Band?
Yeah.
I think we did one. We had I think we had a guest on our channel for those ones, or one of those ones. But I do remember doing some of them.
But again, there was like an hour and a half of them reading, and that was before I added onto the Skin Man lore. But like I refuse to just give exclusivity rights to anybody. I mean, Jordan, that one thing that we talked about, offering you, like, I'm going to offer you a similar thing, with the same, God, I'm having a stroke. The same rights, basically. Where it's like solely yours. You can do with it whatever you want. Obviously, I'm the author, so I'm giving you express permission to just like have it. And
That's super generous, and I always say, like, it's your story. Like, to any author, it's your story. Like, I don't want to try to take any rights away from anybody when it's their story. Like, if you want to share it with somebody else, go for it. I'm never gonna say, like, oh, hey, you said that was my exclusive,
Right. I'm not gonna throw names. I can think of a couple couple narrators. One in particular, Jordan, you know who I'm talking about. I'm not saying names. It's gotten to a point which I don't know. I'm at like a crossroads with this specific narrator. I don't know what to do in this situation because he's just relentless about where's this series, where's part 2 of this, and I'm just like,
Oh, he's just bugging you about
dude,
it?
I wish I was joking. I have about 40 messages from this guy.
Yes.
And
That's a little much.
I'm not like ignoring him. I'm trying to get some of the other series, like the Private Investigator series is like number 1 right now. It's the only focus I have. The Supply Building Liminal Space series is also like number 2. I'm at a point where the Private Investigator series is going to start closing up soon, and he's just like riding me the entire time. He's like, oh, so you're going to start this series? You're going to start this one? Just like, dude, please, for the love of God. I think you
just gotta like to get off your case, man.
So I'm not trying to, like, I don't want to burn a bridge. I want his community to be able to, like, because his community likes a lot of my stories. I want his community to be able to continue to read my stories or listen to my stories. Excuse me.
There's burning a bridge, and then there's setting boundaries, right?
Well, I thought I set a boundary at the beginning. I think I talked to you, Jordan, about this one time with this specific creator. The boundary's been broken like 1,000 times, and like at this point, I don't know what to, like. Do I cut the bridge?
Block them.
I'm very close. And Jordan, I want to ask you your opinion on this specific creator after I stop recording. Because he is just like out of control at this point, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it at the end of this. Do we have any closing statements before we wrap this up? You want to plug your book again, or?
Sure. Yeah. If anybody wants to check out my book, new book, Welcome to Hollow's End is on Amazon by Jordan Grupe. And you want to check out my YouTube channel, it's Jordan Grupe Horror. And yeah. And find me on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, on Patreon, all that good stuff.
Send me the links to all that when we're done with this, so that I can get that posted in the description.
Yeah, pretty much Jordan Grupe Horror on everything. Just at Jordan Grupe or at Jordan Grupe Horror, you'll find me.
Closing.
I am Ben.
Oh, listen, stroke. All right, I'm a little.
Don't worry about it.
I don't know if I told you guys, but I'm off like an hour's worth of sleep.
Oh.
Yeah, I've been up for a while.
Yikes.
Fair enough.
Yeah. My bad.
It's fine. It's fine. Meanwhile, we're WB Adventures on YouTube and on Reddit. It's I think we got an email, but if you
leave that out, Marcus might fuck with you guys.
Oh no.
Marcus, he's in England right now. He's visiting his girlfriend, and he's also half British, which is kind of a weird combination to be, specifically with him. But he's just been on like a warpath. He's like, I'll maybe be able to put this up into the video later on when I get to editing it. He just doesn't stop. He's like a madman. I don't understand what's wrong with this guy. No. He's making jokes the entire time we're sitting here talking, and I'm just like, dude, stop.
Having a great time.
He's having a great time, but he's also missing out because he wanted to meet Jordan himself. Because if you don't know, Marcus had designed his book cover. I came up with the font style, and Marcus designed his book cover. And Marcus has been wanting to meet Jordan for a while, but he's in England right now.
Hop
on. No, he could hop on. He just chooses not to.
Okay.
But he wanted to be, I guess, next to me when we had done this little podcast, which I plan on having Jordan on again. That's pretty much it. Realistically, I mean, like, this is the end of the podcast.
One more question.
What's up?
'Cause I remember I asked you last time, but then you said you're colorblind. I was like, oh shit, I remember. Jordan, what is your favorite color?
Green.
Oh, the color I can't see. Look at that.
I also like green, but I like it the same amount as brown. Weirdly enough.
Of course he likes brown. This guy wears the brown pants to the Deadpool movie.
Yeah, green.